And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Bryant. Stolen by Pierce. Duncan outside. This one for three. A rebound by the Spurs. Outside Aldridge. Pass to Keenan. Now Ginobili. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. That's short off the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Nash. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs taking a 19-point lead into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more on 2K. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
The 2000s team making a switch here. McGrady's checked in. So James on the bench. Here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. We've got Duncan. D-Wade out there with Tracy McGrady. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Pierce in at the three. To the paint. And it's sent big by Nowitzki. And here's Pierce. Still without a basket. Ginobili with the steal. Only one man back on D. Jean-Pierre, no good.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just notice how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
They're just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Parker's checked in for Dampier. Then for the 2000s team, LeBron is checked in for Pierce. Allen comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Allen Iverson is subbed in for Tracy McGrady. From deep, James. It's hauled in by Ginobili. Spurs leading by 23. And stolen by James. Pass to Nowitzki. Iverson left side. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
And look at how well Aldridge utilizes his size, reaching out and just taking away the shot. And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Parker with no one around. Out to Rubin. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Good, and the assist goes to Rubin. Wembanyama has got himself on the board with three there. Now here's LeBron. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get to the cross-half courting zone. And the Spurs with some changes. Duncan comes in for Victor Wembanyama. And Dampier subbed in for Ginobili. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Here's Duncan. Offensive rebound. Out to Gervin. Spurs passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Dampier. Here's Robinson. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
I mean, just throwing himself on the offensive glass. Robinson knows he has the size and length to capitalize there.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, guys. It's important to focus on what matters. All-star and multiple champion Draymond Green said winning has taken a backseat nowadays with a lot of these kids. They care about all the wrong things. I hope they understand that this league is about winning games at the end of the day. Back to you guys.
It's all about results. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. On D, James, a rebound by the Spurs. Robinson's got rebound number 8 here tonight from the team. And it's slammed in
his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. LeBron against Gervin. The drop. Oh, that play right there.
That's how it's done.
Woo! Wow.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim. He ends a huge run by the Spurs.
Parker finds Duncan. Pass to Dampier. He's looking for Gervin and finds him. Count that one. Gervin's got 6 points in the quarter.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the track.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. He's checked in for Robinson. Owen comes in for Gervin. And it's Ginobili in for Dampier. Then for the 2000s team, O'Neal comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Kobe is subbed in for Allen.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Parker outside. It's in. He's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
Well, Parker does not take many threes. When he does, you just have a feeling it's going in.
Iverson outside. Here's Shaq. It's going to be out of bounds. The 2000s team will have another go. We got 33 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
Here's Ginobili. A rebound by Kobe Bryant. Ginobili's gone 1 of 3 on the night. And stolen by Wembanyama. And it's Parker in the corner. It's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Parker's got 14.
And as soon as Parker catches the ball, he immediately rises up and pulls the trigger. Love to see the confidence on display there.
Here's Bowen. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific one. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic from Tony Parker.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in play.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
They've got Robinson. Tony Parker is out there with Gervin. And it's Duncan. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Yeah, and really, Parker is scoring the ball extremely well right now. Hard to slow him down when he's this hot.
And they call it. Second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
San Antonio ball.
the Spurs with possession. Out to Gervin, and stolen by Iverson. Pass to Duncan. Looks for O'Neal, gets it to him. LeBron right side. Now Duncan, covered by Duncan. Just tried to shoot. Back to LeBron. Look, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
San Antonio ball.
Parker outside. Screen by Duncan. Parker dishes to Duncan. Duncan with the block.
And setting the tone with that rejection. Duncan, the defensive anchor of this team.
And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. They get a hand on it. Finished off by Leonard.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
San Antonio ball.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds.
San Antonio ball.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Why, such a fiery competitor. He won't back down in the face of adversity.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in
San
time.
Antonio ball.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Here's Robinson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
I love watching Robinson work there in the paint. Possesses that strength and touch around the basket.
Now Iverson. Still yet to score. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Spurs ball.
And here are the Spurs. They've got an 8-0 run. Duncan with the screen on Bryant. And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Parker. Duncan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from, and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Leonard driving in, and Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down. And here's the 2000s team. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Iverson, no luck.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Shot by Gervin, no good.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Duncan down low. Duncan is there. And there's your whistle. 3-second violation. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor.
Substitution on the court.
And the Spurs with possession. They've scored 10 straight. Here's Dampier. It's rebound. By O'Neal. Shaq's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he gets it to go. O'Neal's got his first points of the game.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
And James pulls it down. And so James will bring it up with the 2000s team. Out to Duncan. LeBron passes to Nash. Clock at 6. Back to LeBron. The 3. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Or the 2000s team. Nowitzki comes in for Shaq. And it's Wade in for Bryant. So it's San Antonio now. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Here's Dampier. And he lays it straight in. First basket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Here's Wembanyama. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Wembanyama has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Duncan kicks to Wade. Pass to Nash. Back to Duncan. From the arc. San Antonio with the rebound. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Nash. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's San Antonio. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Duncan sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Garnett is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Allen Iverson. Then there's Kobe. And it's Pierce in at the small forward. And San Antonio has possession. Wembanyama, right side.